After you graduate with your professional dental hygiene license, you will need to take continuing education CE courses in order to keep your license renewed. My name is Whitney and I am a dental hygienist. Let's talk CEs. Each state has different license renewal requirements, which you can find on your state's licensure website. The ADHA does have an overview dental hygiene licensure requirement document, but it says right at the top to confirm the specific requirements with your state dental board. So please keep that in mind. I will repeat. Each state has different requirements. You can find the requirements on your state's licensure website. For example, some states may require licensure renewals every year, some states every 2 years, and some states every 3. Depending on the cycle length, each state will also require a different amount of CE course credits. Here in Illinois, as of today, but things can change, so do not quote me on this, but right now they require 36 hours of CEs every 3 years. Keep in mind, there is always a fee associated with this as well, right? You gotta pay to renew that license. And each state may have special detailed requirements and regulations. Like lots of states require, say, an updated CPR certificate and or mandated reporter training or OSHA training, lots of different things depending on the state. And some states do allow these extra specifications to count toward your CEs, but some don't. So I cannot stress enough that you have to follow your state's Dental Hygiene Association and licensure websites for all the details and rules. So all that aside, let's talk about where you can get your CE credits. There's lots of options to obtain CEs. There's in-person events, there's live webinars, there's self-study, and some states even allow volunteering, practice management, and teaching to count toward your required CE. But for the purpose of this video, let's talk about the main 3 ways to obtain your CEs. In-person events, live webinars, and self-study. In-person events. Great in-person events are your state's ADHA seminars. Sometimes, depending on where they are located, lots of times they will change locations within the state every year to accommodate more people. But depending on the location, they may be a little bit of a drive relative to your home. So larger states will also offer community event CEs, so you can find a session close to you. And if you do enjoy traveling and want to make, say, a weekend out of it, you can even attend a national dental hygiene seminar, such as ADHA's annual session that is held once a year, changes location every year, and RDH UOR, Under One Roof, which is also held once a year in different locations. I'm all about attending these in-person events because 1, I love to travel, and 2, most of the time you can get all of your required CEs in one weekend, which is great if you like things one and done, plus you can make a vacation out of it. There are also options to obtain CE from dental sessions, so it doesn't always have to be dental hygiene specific trade shows or conferences. It can be a dental trade show or conference. Here in Chicagoland, Chicago Midwinter Meeting is a big one that's held each year at McCormick Place, and most of the big cities have something like that. I've been to CDA in Anaheim, California, and there's also Greater New York, Yankee in Boston, Hinman and Atlanta, and a bunch more. So look into the city that's closest to you. They probably offer a yearly trade show with CE. Another reason I'm all about attending in-person conferences, whether it's dental hygiene specific or dentistry as a whole, is because there's always a show floor as well, where you can walk around the trade show floor and see all the latest advances in technology, which helps you stay up to date by being able to see things firsthand and try things. There's demos and stuff. And I personally think that type of environment is great. So as I just said, I'm 100% on board for in-person CE because there's nothing like being present in the moment and fully there. But sometimes it is great to have the option to take online live webinars. Again, every state is different, so always check your state licensure website. Oftentimes these live virtual webinars that are happening live and there's a Q&A during it and everything can be counted as live CE, but you have to be viewing it live. Again, always check your state rules to confirm. If you're looking to find live webinars, there's lots of great places to find them, such as CE Zoom. I love CE Zoom and I have a whole video about it, which I will link in the bottom bar below. I also like to take a lot of live webinars directly from the ADHA, and I'm sure there's lots of other credible ones right now, but those are the 2 I have primarily been using. I also get a lot of emails from dental consumer companies about upcoming online CEs, which is great as well. And what I've learned from that is once you sign up for one that you found on the company's website, you'll be getting emails for a bunch more, which I've been loving, not hating. I have way more CE than I'll ever need because I'm constantly getting an email about a CE topic that I'm super interested in, and I'm like, okay, I'll sign up. So I've been taken care of in the CE department. But I bring this up because I get lots of messages asking me about how to find online CE. And I'm always like, once you take one, you'll be good. It's kind of like trying to get your first credit card, but you can't because you have no credit. But once you get that first credit card, all of a sudden everybody wants to offer you credit. You know, same thing with CE. Once they have your email, you'll be getting all the CE offers. It's great. I like it. So for those of you struggling to find CE, sign up for one on a dental consumer company website, and you'll probably start getting notifications for a bunch more. And lastly, let's talk about webinars and self-study. This goes along with live webinars because sometimes if you missed the live webinar, they will post the recording later, which won't be live, but you could still watch it and you could take the post-test after, making it considered self-study. Please note again that for self-study type CE that is not live online, you generally only get allotted a certain amount of these to go toward your CE requirements. You know what I mean? Like, say you need 36 CEs. You probably cannot do all 36 of them as a self-study non-live webinar. So again, look into your state's requirements. How annoying am I that I keep repeating that? But really, that's the way you will get your questions answered. Most states will say something like maximum blank amount of hours of self-study permitted. Another type of self-study is reading articles and answering post-test questions after. You can find these on specific dental company websites. Almost all dental companies offer these, and most have websites with a dental professionals tab and or a continuing education tab right on their homepage. I think all self-study options are great. However, keep in mind that you probably cannot fulfill all of your CE requirements by doing these. How do I keep track of my CEs? I personally print out and save each certificate for proof that I did it, and I keep them in a folder in my house. In addition, I save them virtually on CE Zoom as well. Like I said earlier, I have a whole video about CE Zoom if you'd like to learn more about that option. It was so great during the shutdown in April 2020. Their platform worked with lots of companies to offer free CE like the entire quarantine time. So I took great advantage of that. In general, I love CE Zoom because if you want to get organized, it offers both a free version where you can log everything and save all your certificates virtually, and it offers a paid version that allows you to log everything and tells you exactly what you need for your state, including the extra requirements and details and stuff. So if you don't want to go searching through your state's licensure website, you can have CE Zoom do it for you. Again, like I said, I like to print out all of my CE certificates. So for the ones that are not through CE Zoom, I actually scan them in and put them into my CE Zoom account. So I have the virtual record as well as the printed paper record. 2 copies. I'm organized. I'm a hygienist. The last question I get a lot from new graduates is, how many years after I graduate until I have to start taking CEs? Don't I get my first year waived or something? Again, every state is different. You have to check your state's licensure website and it will tell you. Something to consider though, even if your state does have a waiting period, make sure you pace yourself. You don't want to be like, oh, I have so many years until I have to start taking my CEs. I'd be careful with that mindset because you don't want to lose track and last minute remember the month before everything is due. I hope this video helped you. Please like and subscribe if it did. I make new videos every Tuesday and Thursday, and if you want more than that, you can visit my website, teethtalkgirl.com, where you can search for specific dental topics. Peace, love, and teeth.